Hey guys, the Sailor Turned Gamer, and we are here, and we got tons of updates that are coming to Dauntless. We got a brand new Behemoth, Winterhorn, new things added to the roadmap, and Dauntless is coming to Switch in the winter of 2019, so get ready. We even got a sneaky little update coming to the current game, update 0.8.2 alpha, so stay tuned, and we're going to cover it all. Also, in the video, I will be showing some of the brand new Switch trailer that was just released, so stay tuned for that and you guys can be sure to check that out. Lastly, if you like the video, be sure to join the fleet by hitting that sub button, and with that being said, let's get into the updates. First up, let's talk about the quick update. With update 0.8.2 alpha, there's one change we got, and that's a quality of life change. They fixed the bug that caused some slayers to crash when loading into Ramsgate after a hunt. This should decrease the number of crashes that are happening in this situation. So, if you get a crash, please continue to report those crash reports so they can continue to make slight alterations and stuff like that to minimize how often that can happen, so people can have a pretty good run at the game. Also, there is a known issue that Phoenix Labs is aware of, so Warpike users can get stuck in the Piercing Fury combo finisher, and they are looking into what may be causing that issue. So, just so you guys are aware, if you're checking this video out, they know and they'll be on it. Once it is fixed, be sure to stay here and we'll cover that too as well. If you want to check out the latest changes for yourself, like always, I'll leave a link in the description box for the latest patch notes, and you guys can be sure to read them for yourself if that's what you like to do. I think that it's fantastic that they're doing quick changes at all times. They're always willing and able to make these changes to the game for the betterment of it. So I'm happy to know that even though we just got an official weekly, bi-weekly patch, that they actually came through with this fix quick. They saw that it was an issue and they hopped on it, and that's what Phoenix Lab does best. They try to improve this game for everyone to have a great time. Alright, so our upcoming Nintendo release isn't the only news that came out of E3. We also got a new Dire Behemoth that's coming out soon, Winterhorn Strave, and I'm really excited for it. This powerful version of the owl-like Strave will be in Dauntless early next month, so that should be sometime early July. Slayers on the Epic Game Store, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4 can start getting ready now by upgrading your Frost Armor and hammering up some Blaze weapons. You'll want every advantage when facing this foe. That is huge, huge news. We're getting a new Behemoth. That means we're getting new weapons. Of course, that means we're getting new armor. That means also with those transmog stones, which I'm sure you guys are saving up, you can now do some more extra dope combinations, and we're going to have even more depth when it comes to fighting things in the higher difficulty tiers as well as the Frost section. So I highly, highly suggest you get ready by facing Strave. Get yourself ready, used to those patterns. Of course, there are going to be new attack patterns with the new Behemoth, but you can never be too prepared. Also, when the Behemoth comes out, the entire player base is going to be grinding this guy to try to get that armor quick. So I highly suggest you try to get your current armor as high as you possibly can, so that way you can continue to upgrade and have cool stuff, man. Everybody wants to be the first to rock that armor. Hopefully we can get something new to as well that'll pair up with Adrenaline that's on the base model of that Behemoth. So I want to talk about the roadmap, because I look at the roadmap every now and then, and we actually got some changes as of a couple days ago, and I want to address that. The roadmap is super amazing, so let's talk about that. With those changes to the official roadmap, we got a whole lot of things coming in the future. And first up, I want to talk about the improved interface. Well, with the improved interface, we're going to be getting a couple things, and we're going to be getting weapon demos and loadout presets. As far as the weapon demos, if you're not sure how to use a weapon, new Slayers will now be presented with weapon demo videos that show how each weapon functions in combat. This should give rookies a little more confidence when approaching options like the hammer and the warpike. And as far as the loadout presets, well, Our new loadout screen was just the beginning. With this update to loadouts, Slayers will be able to have and save and swap between multiple gear and cell configurations, making it easier than ever to get ready for a hunt. Notice that I said loadout presets with an S, meaning that we are going to get multiple loadouts, which is going to be amazing. Myself being a repeater main, I have plenty of combinations for different ways I want to play. With, of course, also with the builds that we have here, I also clearly use other weapons outside of the repeaters, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. So getting these loadouts to come into the game whenever they are ready is going to be fantastic and a great change for the game. With an improved interface, we also will be getting deeper combat. So let's talk about the deeper combat, shall we? Well, we are going to be getting a Terra debuff system that's going to be in place. Our newest etheric element, Terra, that came out pretty recently, is getting its own debuff effect. Unlike Blaze, which burns, and Frost, which slows, Terra will siphon health from the Behemoth and distribute it to its attacking Slayers. The more damage you do while the debuff is active, the more healing your team will receive. So get ready for that. That is a pretty awesome thing when that comes. Also, there will be trial modifiers. Lady Luck's trials won't pit you against Garden Variety Behemoths or even Garden Variety Dire Behemoths. Instead, trials will use a system of modifiers to buff up baddies and keep you guessing. A still in progress example: Razor Wing Carabac plus Koshai's Vines plus Koshai's Seal plus a reduced damage from normal attacks. That sounds like a very tough hunt, but a very fun and worth it. If you guys don't know about trials, oh yeah, don't worry, I got you. Trials is one of the many activities coming to Dauntless in the future, along with leaderboards, aggressive fauna, and a new hunt pass, possibly Season 6, called High Skies. Let's break them all down now, starting with Trials first. If you're looking for a challenge, Trials is an exciting new hunt mode designed with Dauntless veterans in mind. In this mode, you're going to be able to pit yourself against dangerous behemoths, just like the scenario that we talked about earlier, and those behemoths are going to have modifiers and that are going to stack up to see how you do. It's going to come into play with the leaderboards, and there's going to be a new trial currency where Slayers who step up to the plate will be able to rack up that currency and be able to hopefully receive some cosmetics out of that or something else that's pretty cool as well. But with that being said, only one team can be the best. With Lady Luck's store, it's going to be a feature within the trials. Once you've earned a few steel or gilded marks, stop by and look for Lady Luck's inventory. Her new shop is going to be opening in Ramsgate, and it's going to be stocked full of weapon mods, weapon specials, cells, cosmetics, and a whole lot of stuff to be able to spin your marks on. So that's going to be really, really great. Of course, I've been talking about that leaderboard system, and in the leaderboard system, you're going to be able to test your mettle against the masses. Leaderboards is going to rank Slayers' trial completion times. It's going to be putting the fastest, most efficient teams on top and the rookies at the bottom. No more claiming you're the best. It's going to be time to prove it when the leaderboards come out. Also, one of the other things that we're going to be getting is something called aggressive fauna. There's no word on when that's going to be out, but to quickly discuss that, slugs will pollute the battlefield if they aren't exterminated in due time. A future fauna will introduce even more creative complications, so it's time to pay even more attention to the battlefield. High Skies is another thing that we're also going to be getting, and with High Skies, long days and warm nights are going to stir up around tropical vibes in the city of Ramsgate. High Skies is going to deliver a new hunt pass to Slayers, striving for seasonal glory, where you can go all the way up to level 50 like always. There's going to be plenty of cosmetics for your weapons. There's going to be also a fantastic cosmetic Corsair armor that's going to release. And if you're in the mood for even more loot, of course you can always check the in-game store, and that's going to have even more fantastic things in there. In the future, once we get more details on this season, potentially Season 6, I will cover that, so stay tuned for that as well. That is going to be really, really, really awesome. None of the things that we talked about as far as these additional activities are going to be worth it without a reward in mind. And in Dauntless, we get to look fresh with cosmetics that are, in my opinion, the best in any game around town. So, with those cosmetics, which is definitely going to be awesome, one of the newer changes that will be coming to the game as well And one of the last that I know of so far is new cosmetic slots. Slayers will soon be able to equip cosmetics to 2 new slots, your head and your back. If you're not sure how to picture it, think of something like a halo and something like angel wings or devil wings or something like that. Those are just examples of some of the things that you possibly could be receiving, and I would like to think of that as a hint. Like, hey, maybe they're going to be releasing some of those things in the future as like the first test run. But it's going to be cool because it's going to be new cosmetic slots to further deepen the customization and the personalization of your character being your character. So that is really, really awesome. There's a whole lot of new things coming to Dauntless, and I am incredibly excited for it. Whenever we get any new news and information about anything coming to Dauntless, be sure to stay here at Sailor Turned Gamer, where we will always keep you updated on the best free-to-play game around town. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give the video a like and a share, and more importantly, join the fleet by hitting that sub button. I would really appreciate that, and more importantly, you'll always be up to date on the latest. And with that being said, this sailor will be out in the open ocean. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, later.